Okay, so my teacher in India showed me a very simple set that he said is vital for decongesting the valves, meridians, and the lymph nodes that link directly to the heart. So to keep this explanation short and sweet, in Western anatomy you have veins, arteries, nerves, and lymph nodes that travel from your digits to your heart. You also have muscles, connective tissue, and organs, major organs underneath the muscles, right? So you have bones, bone marrow, all of those things. In Eastern anatomy, you have meridian channels, and they have different directions that they move, and they have different respective digits. In Chinese meridians, you have your lung meridian, which ends on your thumb, your heart meridian, which ends on your pinky. Okay, this may just give you some landmarks. The exercise is very simple. He says to do it for 5 minutes a day. To give a brief explanation, it just basically opens, cleans, and wrings out all of these channels. Really simple thing. If you have shoulder pain, neck pain, upper back pain, your chest is constricted, you have a folded or C shape in your body, you sit down a lot, this is a good thing to do. Doesn't really take a whole lot of time to learn. It can be done if you have basic coordination, so I'll show you a simple way to do it, and I'll show you the more complex way. Alright, so we'll show you the basics now. Okay, so there are 4 basic directions. You have side, you have straight out at 90 degrees, and you have upward. Alright, so the 4th one is down. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Most basic movement is heaven palm, palm up, 1, 2. Then you have earth palm where you turn at the shoulder and then down. Right? So I'll just do it on one side. Heaven palm 1, heaven palm 2. Earth palm 1, earth palm 2. Other side. Right? So heaven palm, stopping at 90, stopping at 180. Really important that you stop, because when you get to 90 degrees you have to change the muscle group that's lifting, right? So to put it together is a little bit more complicated, so I'll raise one side at a time, and as this side lowers, I raise the opposite side. So this is earth palm, this is heaven palm, right? Heaven palm rises as earth palm falls. That's it. So opening up the chest, opening up the neck, opening up the back, and you can do this for about maybe 10 repetitions. This is the simplest one. Earth palm up, heaven palm down. Good one if you have neuropathy or frozen shoulder. No medical claims. Okay, so really basic. Okay, so that's the first exercise. Second exercise is earth palm in front of you, 90, earth palm to 180, and heaven palm, and then earth down and down. So heaven up, earth down, right? 1, 2, pausing at 90, pausing at 180. Okay, so same thing other side. Very simple 1, 2 count. It just gets complicated when you put them together. This is a little bit harder for your brain. So raising up, and as I start to descend, I'll raise up the other side. As I start to descend, I'll raise up the other side. Descent, ascent, boom, boom, that's it. Alright, so you're going to feel like you're signaling a plane. Again, opening the chest, the back, the neck, the shoulders. And you can do this for about 10 repetitions. Don't do it quickly. Make sure you pause. That pause is key. It gives time for the blood to fill up the channel. And you are moving the meridians. So each one goes a different direction. Yang meridians going up to the head. Yin meridians going to the chest. Alright, okay. So these are the exercises. The next 2 exercises are pretty simple, in my opinion. You raise up to 90 with both hands, pull the thumbs in towards the chest, and then you turn one hand to heaven, one hand to earth. So there's a slight coiling. I'm not going to make that complicated. You come out and turn them the opposite direction and descend. So 1, earth palm, heaven and earth, turn them opposite heaven and earth. That's all, right? So 1, turn them, out, turn them again, drop. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. All simple movements. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You may want to reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really important to reverse it. And the last one again is very simple. I think this is probably the most complicated, but don't let the look of it fool you. You raise up. One hand is heaven, the other hand is earth. So one hand is up, one hand is down, and you just bend at the elbows. Take the heaven hand behind you. You should be able to see that in the mirror. And out, turn on the opposite direction. So heaven hand becomes the earth hand becomes the heaven hand. Yin and yang transforming. So hand pointed upward always goes up. Hand pointed downward always goes down, and they alternate. And again, the purpose of this is to open and close the chest, pumping the lymph nodes, pumping the blood, and relaxing the vessels, the muscles, the connective tissue, and also the nerves. Right? Okay, so those are 4 exercises. I'm going to run through them in sequence, right? Here's the first exercise, heaven, heaven, earth, earth. I'll just run through them in sequence. And this is about the right speed. There's not a whole lot of internal movement, so this can be a very basic Qigong. If you teach your students or if you're just learning, very basic cultivation exercise. Notice that my neck doesn't move very much. If you lifted up both palms in the same direction, you'd have to move your neck and shoulders a lot. So turning the palms up and down keeps the rotation in the shoulders. Okay? Second one's a little more complicated. Don't let it be. Don't let it be complicated. Pause if you need to think about the next movement. Not that complicated, very good for you. Opening the chest, decompressing the spine, allowing for good qi and blood flow. Blood in Chinese is often referred to as shui. Alright, I'll just do 2 more for you. 1, 2, so 1 on each side is a repetition, and descending down. Third exercise, reaching out, heaven and earth palm, turn them again, so cranking, come out, crank, crank, and down. I'm not going to discuss too much about the mechanics of the crank, and make it very easy for somebody who's just beginning. Lots of coiling, lots of uncoiling, lots of opening and closing. The first 2 major movements of the qi are kai and he. It's opening and closing. Very simple movement. I'll just do 2 more for you. 1, turning, 2, turning. Okay? And the last exercise, heaven palm up, earth palm down, behind Feng Fu point, behind Mingman. Make sure you extend all the way out to the sides. Extend, extend, open up everything. You might feel your shoulders pop. I'll charge you $85 for every pop, so you probably run up a nice little tab. You can send your contributions to Eastern Traditional Healing Arts and here at Charlotte, North Carolina. I'll just do this 2 more times for you. 1, 2. And when you're done, shake out a little bit, rub your hands together. That's all you need. So it takes less than 5 minutes. you should feel a tremendous amount of range of motion in your chest. Your upper back, shoulders, and neck should be relaxed, and you should be full of energy. Thanks for watching. Train well.